Okay, I hope everybody's doing good. Well, the unfortunate happened in the middle of summer. The AC systems in my house decided to take a shit. So last year I put this one in, had pretty good success, did it myself. By no means am I saying that this is a how-to video or anything. I do have my HVAC certifications and Freon handling certifications, so whatever you decide to do at your own home is on you. Check your local state regulations and laws on each installation. So, this Armada unit decided to take a shit on me, and basically the compressor went out. So instead of just replacing the compressor, I went ahead and just bought brand new Goodman units. Same one as this one. This one's been performing flawlessly for the past year. Super quiet. This is a older Goodman unit here. It's a R22, and this is also a R22. That's a 410. That's a 410. This one is extremely noisy, and I have some R22, and I had to fill it back up a little bit. And now we're going to go ahead and get on with the install of this one. Make sure all your power is shut off at your breakers, at your disconnect. The first thing you want to do is, if your system's already empty from a hole, then you're good. If not, you have to drain down the system into a recovery tank. If you can't do it, get somebody locally to do it. They may charge you, $100 or so, but do not vent it into the atmosphere. It's definitely bad for the ozone and definitely illegal. So if you see here, I just disconnected the main whip coming in, which is your 240 power. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you see that? That's going to be a funny part of the video. 2 locusts back here. Jesus. Christmas scared the hell out of me. Whew. Well, that was pretty funny. Definitely not going to edit that one out. So yeah, we're going to take out our 240 whip here. It's disconnected. There's no power or anything like that. And just set it off to the back, out of the way, so it's not in your way. And then you're going to get the Freon sucked down, and then you have to cut the lines. So let me get the Freon out of here, and then we'll be back. Okay, once you've successfully recovered your Freon, you're going to cut the suction and discharge lines with a copper cutting tool and get everything free. Okay, it might be difficult to get the lines out, but you can bend them, get them cut as close as you possibly can to have as much line as you can, and that's it. Now your outside condensing unit is disconnected. Let's move it out of the way and get the new one in place. Alright, we're at the indoor air handler now. Same deal. You want to disconnect your suction discharge lines and your power, all your stuff coming in. You want to disconnect all that, and you want to get your pump out of there. So let's get all this stuff out. Alright, this is probably the hardest part, honestly, is getting the air handler moved off the return and supply ducts. So make sure you get all the screws and peel all the plaster off and get all the electric wires out and cut everything. And now you want to slide your new one back into place. Alright, once you get the box installed, get everything tightened in. This install was not easy because this box was not the same size, but I made it work. So now on to cleaning the lines out. We'll just have to spray some dry nitrogen through it with a little spray nozzle and make sure the lines are cleaned out, and we'll continue on. Alright, we're back now. We're going to start the brazing process. This is the most critical process of the install. If you don't get this right, you might as well throw it all away. So we cleaned off the copper fitting down there. If you see right in there, we sanded it all up. Got it nice and shiny again, back to good copper. There's some key components you're going to need. You're going to need some flux to put on there. You're going to need some water and a rag to wrap the valves up so you don't heat the valves up when you're sweating them. Got some Stay Silver 5 brazing rods. You're going to need some oxyacetylene. I keep that pretty far away from me while I'm working in case something goes wrong. And the very most important part that you are going to need nitrogen while you're brazing. And this is a nitrogen flow meter that shows me with that little orange ball. If you see, it says braze, 3 to 5 psi. That's so you don't blow your tip out while you're brazing. This will keep soot and everything else from forming and keep it all out of your system. So we're gonna get this first line brazed up. Make sure you take the Schrader valves out. Got everything hooked up and we are ready to go. So let me get these lines brazed in now. Alright, get the brazed lines all in and you go and do the inside unit the same way. Alright, when you're at your inside air handler at the coil, they're charged with nitrogen from the factory to ensure no leaks. And if you can hear that, there's nitrogen in there, which means that this case was holding just fine. And nitrogen will just purge out and we'll get everything all put in. Alright, so now that everything's done, I charge the system with nitrogen and I'm going to wait to see if we have any leaks. Okay, so we waited about 30 minutes. I left it sitting at about 200 psi on the low side and just under 1 line on the high side on 200, and it's held fine. So that means the system's good. Let's get everything wrapped up and we're going to have to vacuum it down. Alright, we got the air handler installed, everything's set in place, all the mastic tape is dry. I just got a dehumidifier going because it's underneath in a crawl space. Keep it nice and dry in here. Got the mastic tape is all done around there. Everything's sealed in well. Everything feels good. So, once you get that installed, you're pretty much done. I added a UV light in there to kill bacteria and anything else. It's a little UV light I got. And it has a transformer up there that's wired in, 24 volts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get the cabinet closed up and then we're gonna check the output temperature. Okay, we're inside at the vent. We're gonna see how much the air handler is pushing out. Now you can hear how quiet these ones are. You can hear me just fine. And wait until that third one runs. It's probably twice to 3 times as loud. So yeah, hope this helps somebody out if they have some questions about installing an HVAC unit at their house and saving some money. Again, I'm not a professional. Check your local and state laws. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.